Hi everyone, this is Vertice Brown and I will be discussing bilingualism in children with special needs. So for our first question, we have why students with special needs can be bilingual. Well, students with special needs, if they are bilingual, they don't need to be limited by only being able to learn or speak one language, because if they're able to learn one language to begin with, what is stopping them from learning another language? It also would eliminate their support system at home if they weren't able to or weren't encouraged to speak their native language at home. It can also trigger certain areas of the brain when they know more than one language, just as a student without special needs. So for the second question, what does the National Center of Educational Statistics say and show about the different ethnic groups and educational programs, and what are the most common disabilities they have? So what I read was, besides Asian, there was no real difference in the amount of enrolled students that had special needs. They were all pretty much all around the same level. So that just goes to show that across the board, there's not really a difference in students that have special needs. Like there's not more Black students that have special needs, or there's not more white students that have special needs in the population that was given, which it was in the United States. It also showed that females actually had more learning disabilities than males, and males they had more they were more so on the autism spectrum versus learning disabilities. So for the third question we have, what are some effective strategies to advocate for educational and social equality for English learners? So a big way to advocate for this would be to definitely keep the parents involved, keep the family involved. That way that the language spoken at home isn't lost, it doesn't lose its value, and just as you would with a child who doesn't have special needs. Their learning may be different, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve to learn. So for example, a child who does not have special needs, you would not limit them by saying, oh, we're only going to speak to you in English because since you have special needs, you have a learning disability, we're going to hinder your learning even more because we don't want you to have I feel like people make it into something where people make it into something where they don't want to put effort into working with these kids. These kids do need more help and need more attention than kids without special needs. And so I think that's just fair to not hinder them and not take away from their learning experience just because they have a special need. Thank you.